And welcome back, everybody, to International Connection on Seabreeze FM. Again, that was country music icon Glen Campbell with Galveston. And Glen Campbell is actually, according to his wife, will probably never perform again because he is sick and currently in a memory care facility. And so you were just mentioning to me that one of our favorite listeners, Norm, who lives right there in Himatania Beach, probably loves Glen Campbell in that song as well. So if Norm is listening, hi, Norm, all the way from Washington, D.C.
There we are, Norm. Yeah, we made Norm's day, you know. You got a little story to tell everyone about Norm and his breakfast cereal?
That's right, yeah. So when we did the tease a little bit earlier, I kind of mentioned Norm, and I mentioned his name. So Norm, calls Stu right before we go on the air and says he was having his porridge, and I mentioned his name, and he was kind of like, well, that's really cool. So we just love Norm because he always listens to us, right? He's a faithful listener.
Yeah, and he slopped his porridge on the floor. That's a good part.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah, he slopped his porridge on the floor. It's funny as, eh?
That is funny.
He's calling all my cats over there now to vacuum clean his floor for him.
He's calling all the cats over there to actually eat it.
Yep.
But anyway, so Norm, we always appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to listen to International Connection on Sea Breeze. So hello. Michael K., my radio hubby here in America, sent me some information. We did a story on Casey Kasem. So Michael found out from 1969 to 1997, Shaggy was voiced by Casey Kasem. He would return later to voice him again, 2002 to 2009, and that was in Scooby-Doo on the island of Zombie. At that point, I think he was voiced by Billy West. But anyway, yeah, so Casey Kasem was the voice for a period of time for Shaggy on Scooby-Doo. So, Michael, thank you very much. We've got a couple of other stories that I want to get in real quickly because I think we only have like 5 minutes left to talk about my favorite story of the day. I love, the news in New Zealand. I'm always up on every single thing that goes there. And this was a story that I found funny that I picked out of the New Zealand Herald that has to do with Godzilla. So let's just say Godzilla happens to come to Auckland, Stu, and just wreaks havoc on Auckland. The Auckland Civil Defense and Emergency Management actually has advice on what you need to do. First, they say evacuate to a safe location and take all of your pets, because I'm assuming if you leave your cats and dogs, and Godzilla is probably going to eat your pets. And they say watch out for his large footprints because roads may be impassable and congested. As a result of that, listen to the news and listen to a radio. You can listen to Stu and I on Seabreeze on International Connection because, trust me, we'll tell you what to do. If you can't evacuate, take shelter in your bedroom or in your basement. They want you to download the Auckland Civil Defense smartphone app. Godzilla is unpredictable, and apparently their app will keep you updated on his path of destruction. And if hungry, Godzilla may drool, and apparently as a result of his drooling, he may cause flooding. You want to avoid smelling fish and raw meat because Godzilla may be attracted to that, Stu, and he may be inclined to eat you. And if all else fails, go to Twitter at Auckland CDEM or visit them on Facebook, and the Auckland Civil Defense and Emergency Management will tell you what to do if Godzilla decides to attack Auckland. The reason why we're talking about this is because Godzilla, the movie, Stu, is going to be released this weekend in theaters around the world. And we sort of started covering it last week because folks in Japan are outraged because they say the American version of Godzilla, he's a little too fat, that he's put on too much weight, he's chubby, his neck is thick, and his shoulders are just a little bit too broad. So I thought that was a really, really cute story. So congratulations to, Auckland. You guys know what to do if Godzilla decides to make his way there to you this weekend. Stu, you have nothing to say?
I was waiting for your Godzilla act. One, just one Godzilla act. It's yours now. Come on.
I did it.
There we are, folks. That's Godzilla. Just flown out of the North Island of New Zealand. The scaremonger is gone.
Right. So with my version of Godzilla, clearly I'm not scaring anyone. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yep, that's right.
Well, I tell you what we'll do. We'll try to find the real voiceover of Godzilla, and then maybe next week we'll compare and contrast. I'll do my imitation of Godzilla. We'll see what the professionals sound like, and we'll let our listeners be the judge of that. I think I do a pretty good Godzilla, for a female, but there you have it. What do I know, Stu?
I think we need to do further discussion on this point before it goes to air.
I think so. I think we will do that. Yes. And listen, we'll do that because I've got one more story that I have to sneak in. So finally, we want to end the show with another story that I saw on online in the New Zealand Herald that talks about Kiwis paying more for products than people in other parts of the world. So, Stu, apparently you guys pay more for Coca-Cola and Adidas sports shoes. According to a report, you also pay among top prices for products from high-profile brands that include Apple, iPhone, MacBooks, as well as Levi's denim jeans. So do you feel like you kind of, if that's what you're used to paying, then that's what you're used to paying, right?
We've always known that you pay more in New Zealand. New Zealand's a nice green little country. New Zealand's got a big thing about being green, but it's a very expensive little country to live in. It is expensive to live in, and I think every New Zealander that lives here will tell you that. Every New Zealander that's gone to Australia will tell you that also. That's the reason why they went to Australia. But now, of course, things have changed in Australia, so all the Kiwis in Australia are coming back home again. That's only happened this week, but they're flying home in their droves. So, but it's dead right. But how did you say that word about the sports shoes? What did you call it?
We call it Adidas. Adidas sports shoes is how we pronounce it here. How do you pronounce it?
I think we say Adidas.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we call it Adidas. But I'm glad you mentioned that because I would like to tell everyone in New Zealand that no one in America wear those shoes anymore. They're completely out of style. So save your money and don't even buy them, okay? That's a good tip from me to you.
They'll all be cheap next week. They'll all be cheap next week. You just crushed everybody's brain idea of going and buying them.
No one really ever buys Adidas in America anymore. So listen, I'm just trying to be a good citizen of the world and save you guys a little extra cash in your pocket. And the other thing is what was on that list that was funny to me was the Levi's jeans. I just kind of polled, just sort of random people on Facebook and friends of mine and asked them if they wear Levi jeans. And the reaction was basically, who wears Levi jeans anymore? For God's sake, we haven't put on a pair of Levi jeans in 15 to 20 years. So save yourself some money in New Zealand, and, no one over here really wears Levi jeans anymore.
So what do they wear?
Oh, you've got 7 for Mankind. Oh, my goodness. I can't think of all of them now, but there's so many more popular brands for jeans. I would say, honestly, Levi jeans, people over here sort of maybe think of them for older people.
Really?
Like if you're older, you would wear.
Really?
Do you have jeans on today?
I'm not going to answer that.
I think you do. Do you have Levi's on?
No, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, I can tell everyone out there that's listening, I know Stu has jeans on. Now, whether he's going to fess up and tell us if they're Levi's or not, probably not, but I saw you when you stood up, so I know you've got Levi's jeans on. But yeah, Levi's just simply aren't that popular in America anymore. So save your money, Kiwis, and get another brand of jeans and don't buy Levi's.
Good God. That's amazing. Yeah. That is amazing. I'm actually taken back on that because Levi's...
Really?
Yeah, because Levi's are real big in New Zealand. They are. I'm not kidding you.
No, I believe you if you say that. I mean, Levi's in America, I think back in the day, they had their heyday. But now, I don't know if it's because of competition or they need to do better marketing, but, you don't really see a lot of people walking down the street with Levi's on. And you don't really hear people over here talking about Levi's as well. So I'll tell you what I will do. I'll research and find out sort of the top jeans in America right now, and I'll get back with you next week on that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if Levi's is in that list, I assure you it's going to be way, way at the bottom of the list for that. Yeah.
I will have to give you my measurements. Because if I'm coming to America
That's actually my phone over here on this end of the studio, Stu. So you're good.
If I'm coming to America, I'm not coming over there in Levi's, but everyone will say, well, he's an old bugger, isn't he?
Yeah, because most of the people that do wear Levi's are kind of older people. So you're not going to find younger people. I would say mostly if you're wearing Levi's here in America, you're probably at least 55 and older. Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Well, I'll tell you what, if you're wearing Levi's in New Zealand, you're walking on the top plank. You are. You're walking on the top plank. You're right up there on the society ladder. You've got it all. You're right. You've got it all. I tell you what, you have. You know, all you have to do is put your cufflinks on and your bow tie. Man, I tell you what, you could become a film star.
And you're good. You can become a film star.
Yeah.
Like somebody that I know. I happened to be on a film set last night myself. I'll tell you guys about that next week, about why I was on a movie set. Very, very interesting story. But with that said, listen, we are actually out of time. Norm, I hope you enjoyed the show today. And Stu and I will be back here next week at our regular time at 9 o'clock Kiwi time, 5 o'clock American time on Tuesday and Thursday. And Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, Stu.
Yep, that's us. Thank you for your company today. Been absolutely awesome. And, we'll be back next week. People, have a nice weekend. Be kind to one another. Stay safe. Bye-bye for now.
Hey, New Zealand. This is singer-songwriter Alex Guthrie from the United States, and I listen to Stu and Victoria on Seabreeze FM.
And here we have the latest styles from the Umbria collection. Notice the rich fabrics, the streamlined silhouettes. Each piece is especially tailored, and the lines are flawless. Perfectly delightful. Next is a collection from a new designer, the House of Bocephus.
Cut-off jeans and cowboy boots, long blonde hair and dark brown roots. Lord, pinch. That's how they do it in Dixie.